Good afternoon. Before today's ceremony formally begins, I would ask all those who are able to stand or remain standing. This week, our community experienced a profound and unexpected loss. Gaurav J. Singh, a member of the undergraduate class of 2025, passed away last Sunday in a tragic and unfathomable accident. This week has been one of mourning and grief for many in our community, and in particular, our undergraduate students who will gather on the football field tomorrow for their commencement exercises. We will acknowledge and celebrate Gaurav appropriately with his fellow classmates in the morning. But as this is the first major gathering of Bentley since his passing, it seems right for us to pause in reflection for just a moment. Sadly, I must also note that last summer we lost a member of the graduate school class of 2025, Christopher Donahoe. Today we will endeavor to move forward mindfully. Sadly, our hearts ache for Gaurav and Christopher. We will celebrate the class of 2025. We will laugh and we will smile. But as a community, we'll also acknowledge that today we are incomplete. So for now, let us honor Gaurav J. Singh and Christopher Donahoe with a moment of silence. May their memories be a blessing to us all. Thank you.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, and welcome to Bentley University. My name is Iris Burdrow, and I will serve as today's ceremonial marshal. I would like to welcome you all to Bentley University on this very special day. It is my pleasure to call to the lectern the chair of Bentley's Board of Trustees, Paul Condren, member of the class of 1983 and a parent of children from the classes of 2019 and 2022.
Good afternoon. It is my distinct honor to officially call to order the 50th anniversary commencement exercises of the Bentley University McCallum Graduate School of Business, a momentous milestone that marks a half a century of excellence in graduate business, education, leadership, and impact. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, and staff, we are here today to honor and celebrate achievements of our graduate and PhD scholars, and to welcome the newest members of the proud Bentley alumni community. I'd also like to recognize our newest double Falcons, those earning their second Bentley degree today. A round of applause for those people. Graduates, Bentley is thrilled to celebrate you this afternoon. We hope you'll stay closely connected to the university and return to the campus often. We are incredibly proud of you and look forward to seeing all of you do remarkable things in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair Condren. Now, if you're able, please rise for the invocation and remain standing for a performance of America the Beautiful by Tanya Martin and Julia Massey from the undergraduate class of 2025, accompanied by Andika Sitapu from the class of 2026. I call to the lectern Father Ted Brown, Catholic chaplain from the Spiritual Life Center at Bentley University, to offer this afternoon's invocation.
The Irish poet and philosopher John O'Donoghue writes in his poem, "For a New Beginning," "In out-of-a-way places in the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire." God, source of newness and beginning, send your blessing down upon these graduates who have mastered the skills of business and deepened their understanding of commerce. Let today be the start of a new chapter, one marked by greater purpose and the desire to create a world where both business and humanity flourish. Today we ask your blessing upon each of them, that they may become not only practitioners of business, but champions of good business. As they unfurl themselves into the grace of this moment, help them have a heart full of gratitude. Help them give thanks for families and friends who supported them, professors who guided them, and staff who cleared the way. May they remember the readers and editors who sharpened their thoughts and polished their words. May their degree be not only a means to build a good and strong business, but a passport to lives of meaning and purpose. Amen.
You may be seated. I call to the lectern David Bruckenthal, a member of the McCallum Graduate School of Business, class of 2025, and a Dandies Award recipient, to offer a graduate reflection.
Good afternoon, graduates, families, and esteemed faculty members. Thank you for joining us on this special occasion to celebrate our accomplishments and the culmination of years of hard work and perseverance. As I embarked on my MBA coursework, I was determined to excel academically while also advancing my professional career. Balancing these two commitments was no easy feat, but it taught me the importance of time management, dedication, and prioritization. I was immediately able to apply both soft and more technical skills learned to my role, and as a result, I was fortunate enough to be promoted twice, and I now proudly lead a team of 4 talented individuals. While I've been afforded an opportunity to work on interesting projects with high management visibility, leading a team is my greatest and favorite professional accomplishment. In addition to my professional and academic pursuits, I set a personal goal to run my first marathon. The journey of training for and completing a marathon was a true test of my physical and mental endurance. Through the good runs, long ones, or even the ones I didn't want to do, training taught me the power of perseverance and the importance of setting and achieving goals, no matter how daunting or unachievable they may seem. However, the most significant and fulfilling achievement during my time at Bentley was welcoming a child into the world. The joy and responsibility of parenthood have added a new dimension to my life. As we look forward to the arrival of our second child in June, I'm reminded of the unwavering support and love of my family, and most specifically my wife, who has been my rock and my biggest cheerleader. Ashley, without your support and dedication, this achievement wouldn't have been possible. Your belief in me has given me the confidence to pursue my dreams and the courage to face any obstacles. I am eternally grateful for your partnership and the love that binds our family together. To all the families and loved ones who have supported all of us throughout this journey, we owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude. Thank you for being our pillars of strength over these last few years. To the Bentley faculty, thank you for your guidance, wisdom, and dedication. You have played an instrumental role in shaping our futures, and we are forever thankful. On a personal note, the lessons I've learned from each of you have had immediate impacts on both my professional and personal lives, and for that, I am eternally grateful. One of the most profound experiences of my time at Bentley was my study abroad program in Scotland. Immersing myself in a new culture, walking the grounds of the old course at St. Andrews, celebrating at a Cayley, and forging connections with people from diverse backgrounds helped me step out of my comfort zone and enjoy what different cultures have to offer. Finally, to my fellow graduates, I want to leave you with a quote from one of my favorite authors. Brandon Sanderson writes, "Life before death, strength before weakness, journey before destination." Life before death emphasizes the importance of living fully and embracing every moment. Strength before weakness highlights the value of resilience and inner strength to face challenges rather than succumbing to difficulties or taking the easy way out. Journey before destination reminds us to cherish the experiences and growth we experience along the way, rather than focusing solely on the end goal. We have each lived this experience to its fullest and have cherished every moment. We have built resilience and inner strength, especially when our personal and professional lives conflicted with schoolwork. And while today may feel like the destination, I promise it is but a small part of the highlight reel of each of our journeys. As we step into this new chapter of our lives, let us each remember how this experience has impacted us and be sure to carry that forward as we progress in our careers, build families, or embrace whatever adventures life has in store for us. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, David. I now call to the lectern the 9th President of Bentley University, E. LeBrent Crite.
Thank you for those remarks, David. Esteemed Honorary Yvonne Hao, members of the Board of Trustees, faculty and staff, distinguished guests, families and friends, on behalf of the entire Bentley community, thank you for joining us for this very special day. I'm thrilled to welcome you to the 50th commencement exercises of Bentley's McCallum Graduate School of Business. Congratulations, graduates. Today's ceremony marks a definitive milestone in your academic and professional journeys. By pursuing an advanced degree, you have made a strategic and deliberate investment to prepare for the next major step in your life and in your career. Because you recognize that to succeed in today's world, one must never stop learning and never stop adapting. And each of you faced a unique set of competing commitments along the way. Some of you, as we just heard, were simultaneously working full-time and parenting young children. All of you were challenged to find creative ways to balance the significant demands on your time. The unifying factor in all this is that all of you have earned your place here today. And days like this offer us a momentary pause and a glimpse of hope, where we can come together as a community and celebrate accomplishment, honor excellence, recognize achievement, and I hope lift our gaze toward a brighter future that will be in no small part defined by those of you who sit before me. So our nation is experiencing division at the present, and some of our long-held bedrock assumptions are being questioned, and many even being directly challenged in ways that I've not seen in my lifetime anyway. The markets are volatile, rancor and vitriol, as well as incivility, seem to be the new order of the day. And of course, higher education has been under searing assault. The truth is, especially in today's business world, no one can predict the future or even their career path with much certainty. The world is increasingly complex. The challenges of our time are monumental. The technologies you are mastering are ubiquitous and powerful. There are not many certainties in the world, but of this I'm sure. You're graduating from this institution with the necessary skills, the abilities, the worldview that will enable you to overcome any challenge you may face, and the mindset to consider from multiple points of view and with precision what exactly has led to that challenge in the first place. Your academic pursuit as a graduate student here at Bentley has no doubt included trial and error, failure and success. Remember that and plan for continued learning and growth as you set out towards your life after today. You'll make more mistakes. You may stumble or get sidetracked, but you will always get yourself back on track. Get moving in the right direction and blaze a new path forward. Your Bentley education has readied you to live a life of purpose, to have an impact, to be a champion not just of good business, but to move beyond mere shareholder capitalism. Because we believe good business impacts more than just the bottom line. It can change the world. The challenges of today are enormous, and my expectations for each of you are equally great. So when you cross this stage today, you earn a credential that recognizes the work you've accomplished. But this achievement is the outcome of a collective effort. You made it here today because of the unwavering support of so many. And so graduates, join me, as David did, in taking a moment to thank and recognize your family and friends and those who supported you and gave you guidance during your academic journey. So, as you transition from Bentley, know that we are endlessly proud of you, and we will watch with great anticipation to see the powerful impact you will have on the world and the amazing things you will achieve. Congratulations, and enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you, President Crite. I now call to the lectern Chair Condren to confer this afternoon's honorary degree to Yvonne Hao, who will be hooded by Trustee Melinda Williams-Reno from the class of 1992.
Yvonne Hao, trailblazing leader in economic development, we are proud to confer upon you today the honorary degree, Doctor of Commercial Science. Go ahead. Throughout your accomplished career, you have demonstrated how smart, good business practices can impact bottom lines and communities. Your recent role as Secretary of the Executive Office of Economic Development highlights your commitment to using your expertise to improve the lives of Massachusetts residents. In that role, you emphasize unity and collaboration, reinforcing that we are all part of Team Massachusetts, while conducting listening tours to get to know your constituents and successfully facilitating a $4 billion economic development package for the state. And you sat on the state's first ever Artificial Intelligence Strategic Task Force, ensuring that Massachusetts stays at the forefront of growth and change in technology. In your work at Cove Hill Partners in PillPack, you demonstrated the importance of creativity, ingenuity, and innovations, qualities that we at Bentley believe are the hallmarks of good business. Throughout your 25-year career, you have leveraged your extensive business experience to deliver lasting value, extending that philosophy beyond your places of work and across society. You've served as board director at companies such as CarGurus, Flywire, Gentherm, ZipRecruiter, and Bose, vice chair of the Board of Trustees of Beth Israel Lahey Health, and a trustee emerita of your alma mater, Williams College. For that and more, your accomplishments have been notably recognized. Today, we offer our deep admiration for all that you have accomplished, from the C-suite to the heart of your communities. Therefore, by the virtue of the authority vested by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and by the Bentley University Board of Trustees, we confer upon you, Yvonne Hao, the degree of Doctor of Commercial Science, honoris causa. We hold it both a pleasure and honor to do so.
I now call upon Yvonne Hao to deliver the commencement address.
Thank you so much. What an incredible honor it is to be here today. First, thank you to President Crite. In the last couple of years, I've come to visit this campus many times, and I've gotten to see President Crite in action. I think we can all agree this is not an easy time to be college president, and I think we can all agree we are so lucky to have President Crite leading Bentley right now. So thank you, President Crite. Thank you so much to Paul and the whole Board of Trustees. I served as a trustee in my own alma mater, and I know it's more than a full-time job many times, especially right now, so thank you all to the board. Thank you to the incredible faculty, the administration, the staff, everyone here at Bentley. We are so lucky to have you here in our state. And most of all, thank you to the McCallum Graduate School of Business Class of 2025. Woo! Thank you all for being here and for letting me be a small part of your special moment today. And I should say a thank you for my parents. I'm the first in my family to be born in this country. My parents were born in China. They always wanted a doctor in the family. So finally, you made their dreams come true. So thank you so much. And as David said, I think we should make sure we take a special moment to thank all of the people who got you here. So so where's David's wife, Ashley? Raise your hand if you're a spouse like Ashley. All right, raise your hand if you're a mom or a dad. Raise your hand if you're a sister or a brother, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, a kid. We all know that it took a village to get these graduates here today in cap and gown, and so let's thank all of the family and all of the friends who are here to support us. And I want to just add a special personal thank you from my side because, as Paul so kindly introduced me, I've had a long career in business, and I've had the real privilege to work with many Falcons in my career. And I think it really is true you all Falcons are some of the smartest, hardest working, and as President Crites said, you all exemplify doing well by doing good. I am so deeply grateful to all of the Bentley alums who I've had the chance to work with, and I can tell you, honestly, I would not have had many of my successes in my career without all of the Falcons. So huge thanks to Bentley University. So now here you are. This is a big moment, and you are leaving behind the comforts of hanging out in the green space and going to your classes in the Smith Center. You're leaving behind studying in the Dandies room, and you're leaving behind partying at the gala and cheering on hockey in this very arena. And you are entering back into the work world. And as President Crites alluded to, I would say these are interesting times. And I think many people would probably say these are challenging times. These are uncertain times where we have a lot of threats of tariffs and inflation and unemployment and fears around climate change and global wars. These are challenging times. And I was thinking back to my own graduation when I was sitting here in your seats, and if any of you were like me, maybe you did a little early celebrating, maybe you were up a little bit late with your friends, maybe you're a little tired today. I actually couldn't remember a single thing that my speakers spoke about at my graduation ceremony. So what I wanted to tell you to make sure, if there's only one thing you remember from this day, from me, or from this ceremony, if only one thing that you can remember, it's this, which is that we are in challenging times, but you all are wicked awesome. I have tremendous faith in all of you. You all give me great hope and optimism for the future. And how do I know that? Because I looked at your backgrounds. You've come from all kinds of cities, all kinds of different companies, all kinds of different undergraduate places. You've come from all kinds of states, all kinds of countries. And you've come here and you've worked hard. You've passed these classes. You've studied with the best professors. And you've built lasting friendships with each other that are going to last a lifetime. You all are wicked awesome. And no matter what is happening in the world, I have tremendous faith in you. So if you only remember one thing, that's it. So with that, you all are wicked awesome. With that, I will also share some other reflections, probably which you will not remember. But maybe I'll share 3 reflections. The first is I was thinking about my journey from being in your seats to where I am now. And there may be some of you in the audience too, but when I was in your seats, I will admit I was a type A overachiever. And I was confident that my life was going to be a straight path. And I was going to get that promotion and get the bigger office and get the salary and get the title, and it was going to be a straight line up and to the right. That's how I started my career. And then as I got to learn more and working, I actually realized that, those things are all very superficial. And I realized that the real fun and joy in working and the real fulfillment was actually from lots of other things. So as I made career decisions, I started prioritizing the things that really matter. I prioritized really surrounding myself with people who are much smarter than me, who I trusted, who I'd have fun with, who I would learn from, who would believe in me and take care of me. I started to prioritize, where can I make a difference? Do I believe in this mission? Can I really make the world a slightly better place? I started to prioritize, can I keep learning? Can I keep finding ways to take risk and to be uncomfortable? So that's how I prioritize my career decisions. And as Paul explained, I've had a very windy, meandering career. Lots of twists, lots of turns, lots of detours. And it has not been a straight path. But actually, I'm so grateful. That's the best part, is the adventure of the journey. So the first reflection I want to share with all of you is enjoy the journey and don't take the straight path. That's not fun. Be open and prioritize the things that matter. And many times people will ask me now, well, how did you plan all of this out? And how did you become an expert in all of these different areas? And as you can see, I didn't plan any of it. And also, I really am not an expert in anything. I don't know a lot about anything. I know a little bit about lots of things, but most of all, I know how to learn. And I know what matters in terms of figuring out how to set a strategy, how to get people to be a team and to work together, how to communicate, how to execute. And the most interesting part of my career came in December of 2022. I had this long career in business. I'd been at big public companies. I'd been in the investment world. I'd been in startups. I'd been on many boards. And I never thought I'd have a career in public service. It was the week before Christmas, and I was sitting at home, and my cell phone rang. It was a number I didn't recognize. I picked it up thinking, oh, it's probably the kid's school. I'm missing some form for one of my kids, or it's the doctor's office saying I need an appointment. I picked it up, and it said, hi, this is Maura Healey. And I was like, well, this is probably like a prank call, or maybe it's a robodial asking me for money. And then the voice said, oh, yeah, this is Maura Healey. I just got elected governor. I'm looking for Yvonne Hao. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is a real call. And I said, I know you got elected governor. I voted for you. And she said, I'm putting together my cabinet, and I want someone with business background, and your name has come up. And so we had lunch the next day, and flash forward a couple of weeks, and I ended up getting sworn in as the Secretary of Economic Development for our state. It has been, thank you. It has been wildly unexpected, a very strange career twist, but such a gift. It has been such an honor to serve our 7.1 million residents, including all of you. It's been such an honor to help grow our $780 billion GDP. We've had lots of accomplishments, including winning big projects like ARPA-H for health, winning CHIPS in science, and also passing this $4 billion economic development bill to keep investing in curing disease, fighting climate change, leveraging AI to solve problems, investing in robotics, all of our small businesses, all of these great things. So this has been the most unexpected career twist, but I would encourage all of you to just enjoy the journey and the adventure. So that's reflection number one. Reflection number two is a different type of reflection. And reflection number two stems from when I was at PillPack, our little e-commerce pharmacy startup, and we sold it to Amazon. And so after we sold it to Amazon, I spent a lot of time in Seattle. And while I was in Seattle, I learned all about the Amazon principles. And there was one principle that kind of stuck in my mind, and it was about the concept of how some things are two-way doors and some things are one-way doors. So if it's a two-way door, it's a decision that you can kind of just make, and if it doesn't work out, it's okay. You walk through the door, you didn't like it, you can walk right back. So a lot of career decisions are actually two-way doors. You start a job, you don't like it, it's not the end of the world. You can walk right back. Or you change your website, you tweak it, customers didn't like it, change it back. I would say most decisions are actually two-way doors, and in business and in your work. And one thing that I said to the governor every day in the job was, it's every day I'm going to be making lots of decisions. And it's not a question of, will I make mistakes? I'm definitely going to make mistakes every day. The question will be, can I make new mistakes? Can I make sure every one of these two-way door decisions, if I made a mistake, I can learn from it, and the next day I'm going to make different mistakes? So a lot of things are two-way doors, and those are mistakes you can make and go back. Now, there are some business decisions that are one-way doors. Not that many. Like selling your company to Amazon, that's a one-way door. Pretty hard to unwind that. But actually, the thing I think about a lot is, what are really one-way doors? What are the doors where you go in, you make a decision, or something happens, and you can't go back? And those are almost all personal. And the worst one-way door is actually death. I think you all know that from your classmate Christopher and from what happened with Gaurav. One-way doors are terrible, especially death. And I would say that, when I think about my career, I'm so grateful for so many things. We were in the middle of selling PillPack to Amazon. So we were in the depths of diligence, and it was crazy, working 24 hours a day, weekends, trying to do the Excel spreadsheets and the PowerPoints and answer all the questions. Exactly during that diligence, my dad passed away very suddenly. Now, I'm very happy we sold PillPack to Amazon. It was a great outcome for everybody involved. But man, I really wish I spent more time with my dad when I could have. And that's a one-way door. And so I want you all to do something for me right now. For the graduates in the cap and gown, close your eyes for a second. And think about the people you love, picture them in your head, and learn about one-way doors. Learn from my mistakes, and think about those people, and make sure that you spend time with them. Because work will always be calling. There will always be more emails. There will always be more Zooms. There will always be more business trips. And your family's really nice. They're going to support you. Your friends are really nice. They're going to support you. They may not be as persistent, but those are one-way doors, and it's very unexpected. So people have recently been asking me a lot, why did I decide a month ago to step down from my job? And it was really a hard decision because I loved serving the state, and I love the team, and I'm very proud of this administration, and I feel so lucky to be living in this state, especially right now. But I'm trying to learn because my mom is turning 80, and she was in the ER, and I have 2 teenage girls, and they're going to be leaving the house pretty soon. And I told the governor, many people will do my job much better than me. But right this moment, only I can be a daughter, and only I can be a mom to my family. So I would just encourage you to think about that, and later on in your life, remember who you thought of, and remember the story of one-way doors. So That was my second reflection. And my third reflection, my last one, is that these are daunting times. They are challenging times. They're scary times. And I wish I could tell you everything will be fine. It's not that bad. I don't think that's the case. I think it's not good, and I think it's going to probably get worse. We are living in very uncertain times. I wish I could tell you I had all the answers. I don't. I think the one thing I know for sure is that we don't know for sure. But in this moment, I like to think back on history, just to get perspective. And I think back to Harry Bentley in that first class in 1917. You know, that class graduated, and they had a global pandemic, probably the OG pandemic before ours. They had a pandemic they had to deal with. They had a lot of inequality and a lot of instability in the world. I think back to another class, sitting here just like you in your cap and gowns, the class that graduated in the 1930s. That class graduated into the Great Depression. Just for fun, I went to go look up. Does anyone remember what the unemployment rate was during the Great Depression? It was 25%. They graduated into the Great Depression with a ton of instability, and then World War II happened. And that generation in the 1930s, they didn't know it at the time when they were sitting in your seats, but they became what we now call the greatest generation. Because that generation, people who were sitting in your seats who graduated in the 1930s, they stepped up and they sacrificed and they helped us win World War II. And they helped us usher in decades of the American Golden Age of prosperity and peace and growth and innovation. That was the greatest generation. Now, there have been other greatest generations too. It wasn't just, those couple ones. And we here in Massachusetts, we know a lot about that. So I talk about Team Massachusetts all the time, and I wear my bracelet because we know when we work together and we put aside differences and we have a common goal, we know we can accomplish great things. If you think in our state, there was a greatest generation 250 years ago. They had come here from England, they had settled here, and then they were being treated very unfairly. And that greatest generation, that original Team Massachusetts, stood on Lexington and conquered, in the morning, and they were outnumbered, and they didn't have a lot of weapons, and they decided to start a revolution. It's crazy. They led that revolution, and they won that revolution, and they created this country 250 years ago. And we've led ever since then. There have been other great generations who figured out how to start the first public school, the first public library, how to figure out how to have universal health care, first state ever to do that, how to figure out how to have universal marriage rights, how to figure out how to have COVID vaccines. There have been many great generations when times are tough. So I am counting on all of you. I'm sorry, our generation, those before us, we screwed up a lot of things. But I am counting on all of you to help be the next greatest generation. So that is my third reflection. So I will just recap. Number one, don't forget that life is an adventure, very windy, very twisty, and be open to it. It's way more fun than having a straight line. Number two, remember the people you love, the one-way doors, and spend time with them. You're never going to regret that. And number three, please be the next greatest generation because we need you. And most of all, remember, you all are wicked awesome. And we are so proud of you today. Congratulations. Let's go Team Massachusetts. Let's go Team Bentley. Let's go Team Class of 2025. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ms. Hao. I call Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Paul Teslick, to offer congratulations on behalf of the faculty, announce the 2025 Faculty Awards, and to begin presenting degrees.
Greetings and congratulations to the McCallum Graduate School of Business Class of 2025. It's a privilege to join you this afternoon as we celebrate the completion of this important chapter in your academic journey, one that has been years in the making. You've achieved so much during your time at Bentley. Our devoted teachers, scholars have taken great pride in supporting your growth and helping you reach this milestone. At this time, I'd like to ask all members of the university faculty to please stand if able so we can recognize and thank you for your exceptional dedication and contributions. Please stand. Thank you. I'm pleased to share that 8 of our talented faculty members were recently honored for their academic excellence and unwavering dedication to our students. Today, we celebrate their achievements along with yours. The Gregory H. Adamian Award for Excellence in Teaching was presented to two faculty, Andy Ellsworth, Professor of Marketing, and Valerie Sullivan, Adjunct Lecturer in Management. We are also proud to recognize outstanding scholarship by our faculty. The 2025 Excellence in Scholarship Award was given to Rob DeLeo, Professor of Global Studies. Congratulations. The Bentley University Award for Outstanding Scholarly Contribution was given to 5 deserving members of our faculty. Casey Hayward, Professor of English and Media Studies and Senate Chair, Laura Astorian, Associate Professor, Modern Languages, Ariel Soli, Assistant Professor, Natural and Applied Sciences, Fred Ledley, Professor, Natural and Applied Sciences and Director of the Center for Integration of Science and Industry, and Edward Zhu, Postdoctoral Fellow, Natural and Applied Sciences. Congratulations. And finally, we honor excellence in academic advising and mentorship. The Joseph M. Cronin Award for Excellence in Academic Advising and Mentoring was presented to Len Pape, Senior Lecturer, Accounting. These outstanding faculty represent just a small sample of the world-class talent at Bentley. We are pleased to recognize these award winners this afternoon and thank all our faculty for their contributions to the academic community every year. Now, it is my honor to present to you the candidates for doctoral degrees. Since Bentley University began awarding doctoral degrees in 2009, 76 students have earned their terminal degrees here. Today, we recognize and honor 3 more. This afternoon, 3 scholars will have conferred upon them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, and with it, all the associated rights and privileges. One of them has earned her doctorate in business, and 2 have earned their doctorate in accounting. While we believe that education is a lifelong journey, these degrees represent the highest attainable merit available in academia. At this time, I invite President Creit to join me as we award these degrees. I call today's doctoral degree recipients to receive their diplomas and hoods from their faculty advisors. Doctoral candidates, the regalia you are wearing now and the hoods you will soon don have a long and storied history in the academic tradition. Today, you will carry on that tradition. We now confer the degrees upon the candidates. I have the honor of conferring our first degree to Eric Kraus, Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting. Eric will be hooded by his academic advisor, Ronnie Hoytash. Cheryl Ann Wilson, Doctor of Philosophy with a focus in Computer Information Systems, will be hooded by Professor Heikki Topi. Yanru Yang, Doctor of Philosophy in Accounting, will be hooded by Gopal Krishna. Please join me in congratulating our 2025 doctoral graduates. We now begin the conferral of master degrees. This afternoon, we honor the accomplished graduate students who have successfully completed their degree requirements. Each of you has shown remarkable dedication and perseverance in earning this well-deserved economic achievement. Graduates, in just a few moments, you will become part of Bentley's global network nearing nearly 70,000 alumni who are making a meaningful impact around the world. This milestone marks the beginning of exciting new opportunities ahead. At this time, I invite President Crite to join me as we present the graduates of the McCallum Graduate School of Business Class of 2025.
To expedite these proceedings, please hold your applause until the names of all the candidates have been read. For everyone's security and comfort, please keep the aisles clear and do not approach the stage to take pictures, as it blocks the view for others. A reminder that a professional photographer is taking pictures of each graduate as they walk across the stage. Finally, out of respect for all graduates and your classmates, we ask all to remain seated until the last graduate's name is read.
Derek Anand, Kira Nicole Bello, Matteo Bonatti, Sydney Joan Bowers, Giselle Carolina Campos, Gregory Chow, Michelle Chen, Uyen T. Dang, Maya Duarte, Boule E., Ryan Beth Feeney, Gavin Gallagher, Natalie Groby, Peter J. Lamb, Diego Lopez Sepulveda, Aaron Douglas Lynch, Kevin Alaman Maradiaga, Muskan Rajendra Nagori, Din Kanak Win, Sophia Catherine Nicolopoulos, Felistas Makina Mbugwa, Liliana Priscilla Panufnik, Brianna Marie Petriccioni, Sophia Marie Quattrucci, Andrew Patrick Wallace, Rachel Lily Weiss, Lucinia Robinson, Neha Butra, Maria Alejandra Corchuelo Castaneda, Mitri Janvi Kalpesh Dagli, Hanisha Devang Desai, Fred Dong, Ibrahim Aaron, Gabrielle Eve Friedman, Yang Gao, Jonathan Gordon, Somil Sanjay Sumedha Gupte, Osman Hassan, Purva Varsha Sehabrao Kandekar, Lindsay Kosinski, Philip Kudryavtsev, Nayon Kwak, Tatiana Lialina, Harshita Harish Rashmi Mirchandani, Lynn Mathieu Fortuna Nelson, Timothy John Nolan, Kwa An Win,
Zaida Pimentel Gamboa,
Vidhi Kamal Kanwal Piplani, Rochelle June Punsalan Venico, Imtiaz Rashid, Ada Selmani, Aritro Talakdar, Lin Tran, Stephen Duke Truong, Tuan On Vu, Wan Ying Xu, Matthew Gibson Summers, Luis Acosta Martinez, Joseph Charles Anderson, Alejandro Daniel Andrade Morales, Michael Antonellis, Juan Emilio Araujo, Jacob Beaulieu, Megan Elizabeth Bormeister, Jennifer Ann Brito, Maxim Bulat, Jessica Lauren Burke, Zachary Michael Clement, Kate Elizabeth Conrad, Joseph Cooper, Marquise Dean Cooper, Liliana Jean D'Amico, Henry Junkeet Dow, Giancarlo Dardet, Jade Michael Dager, Ryan Charles Dennehy, Emmy Rujuan de Sose, Tanisha Kinjal Doshi, Nelson Eaton, Miguel Angel Enriquez Licea, Edward Eurofeyev, Kevin John Flaherty, Aidan Robert French, David Edward Gagnon, Joaquin Romero Garcia Sayan, Abigail High, Joshua Harrison Hurwitz, Jash Nitin Jain, Ralph Jurgens, Cameron John Krinsky, Brian Michael LeMay, Sebastian Ortiz Lilon, Yuki Liu, Matthew Joseph Lombardosi, Emma Longenderfer, Mai Tui Kiyu Lee, Zhengxing Liu, Kevin Daniel Liushnevsky, Sai Kaushik Mandamula, Peter Anthony Malou, Alyssa Nicole Mangini, Anthony Sawyer Mariello, Andrew Joseph Medina, Juan Alberto Monjares, Carter Nolette, Dean Patrick Nally, Lakshmi Narayanan Vedhavalli, Edward Yervant Eric Noroyan, Anna Sofia Nazarenko, Quinn Nguyen, Eaton Elegio Ortega, Madison Ashley Ozello, Kaya Patel, Pranav Patel, Marcus George Pelletier, Finley Poole, Shubhang Madhav Pondi, Akshay Ramana, Sergio Antonio Rivera Alfaro, Laura Ryson, Mitra Safari, Karim Yazan Saudi, Colby Robert Emil Sapere, Christian Francesco Savastano, Rishan Vikas Shah, Shoria Shah, Arpitha Sharma, Eamon Shaw, Amanda Eve Simpson, Emily Grace Smith, Diego Sanabria, Rain Robert Spearman, Brandon Stewart, Carter Murray Straub, Andrew Thomas Strout, Joel Jacob Thomas, Sokunteek Un, Alden Scott Waterhouse, Miguel Diaz Ramirez, Colin Andrew Wesley, Scott John White, Sarah Gentlo da Silvio, Isaac Quadwo Embro, Kimberly Moe, Ran Yuan Wang, Sushmita Rajan Tandale, Sarah Lynn Burley, Jason Richard Conway, Pulami Ghosh Dutta Chowdhury, Yael Faye Gampel, Jacqueline Gerhardson, Isaac Quinn Hackman, Suzanne Marie Hillman, Kimaya Ingale, Andrea Marie Jacobs, Yinglong Quan, Samantha Louise Lee, Mariana Olivia Lordo, Mehek Malhotra, Catherine Mangame, Erica Morano, Onyx Marrero, Hannah Park, Ramona A. Reed, Joseph Tariq Soydan, Preeti Vijayakumar, Melissa Woods, Christopher Xenofontos, Andy Yutsu Hao, Yu Yin Chen, Paula Dorothy Lynch, Soling Ming, Gregory Braginski, Raylinda Rodriguez, Joseph John Zella, Shindy Tang, Yan Xi, Siyuan Pu, Daniel Joseph Zisabik Jr., Yosef Afzali, Natalie Agudelo, Nicholas John Albert, Kristen Nicole Pezzoni, Samuel Nzidi, Alexis Arrego, Caitlin Marie Arnold, Nicholas Mitchell Aswad, Zahra Barati, Onel Bellevue, Griffin James Bello, Lucas Manuel Benet Rodriguez, Grace Elizabeth Bennett, Mira Mukesh Banushali, Alexis Barbara Brissett, Rachel Claire Brown, David F. Bruckenthal, Jr., Shannon Therese Bushy, Spencer J. Quintara, Eduardo Jose Casalduc Soltero, Crystal Chow, Alyssa Elizabeth Cook, Autumn Rose Coulthard, Nicholas Peter Rodi Dedesis III, Megan Daly, Emily Ann DePonta, David Albino Doggelli, Carter William Davis, Robert DeMarco, Mahmoudia Dina, Philip Allen Doby, Stephen Robert Donnelly, Heather M. Elliott, Africa Anaya Eve Smith, Benjamin Gallagher, Xiaoxi Gao, Adam Curtis Jenga, Alexander Arthur George, Jamie Gorham, Natalie Waleed Haddad, Yixin Amy He, Thomas J. Hogan, Benjamin Horsfall, Victor Manuel Howell, Jr., Banmai T. Hun, Jitin Jakku, Gordon Forster Jancharik, Kylie Marie Juarez, Mukul Jatindra Karnani, Fatima N. Khalid, Richard James Killian, Nicholas Peter Klomp, Emily Ness, Michael Lurch, Teresa Xiao Lee Hayes, Catherine Judith Lombardi, Isabella Alexia Marashi, Isaac Claude Martin, Jessica Nakilo, Novilela Moleni, Nicholas John Nikopoulos, Kalyani Neil Desatnik, Anne Catherine O'Brien, Mistral Oliveria, Alekia Penumarthi, Connor R. Peters, Riley Piromali, Justin Loriente Posnick, Alma Riley, Risaline Repetto, Spencer Roden, Michael Robert Ruta, Gianmarco Ginorio Salas, Samuel Schlussel, Thomas Silva, Bonnie Marie Sinclair, Nikhil Srivastava, Juan Manuel Suarez Teisoniere, Daniel Diego Sullivan, Maxwell Tilgman Sullivan, Emma Doris Titchener, Joseph Lawrence Toomey, Jake Lewis Tiska, Ashley Ann Villar, Aaron Weiner, Robert Benjamin Weinfeld, Luke Whelan, Elizabeth L. Woundy, Martin Jang, Eduardo Galindez, Lucas Velasquez,
President Crite, it is our pleasure and honor to present to you the members of the McCallum Graduate School of Business Class of 2025. They've worked diligently in the classroom and beyond to secure a Bentley education. With the support of the faculty and the trustees of the institution, I am honored to present them to you now.
by the authority invested in me by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and the Board of Trustees of Bentley University, and by reason of your having fulfilled all the requirements prescribed by the faculty and trustees, I pronounce you graduates of Bentley Universities and holders of all the degrees indicated with all the related rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Graduates, the world you're entering will no doubt be filled with challenges and obstacles along the path to success. But I know that you, just as the Bentley alumni who have come before you, are well equipped with the skills and fluencies to leave your mark on the world and seize success along the way. Congratulations, you are now graduates of the Bentley University McCallum Graduate School of Business. Well done. Thank you all for joining us here today to both celebrate the achievements and recognize the potential of the McCallum Graduate School of Business class of 2025. With that, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, Bentley University's 2025 graduate commencement is now concluded.
After the academic recession that will now take place, we would like to invite you all to a reception in the Student Center located on main campus. Graduates, please remain in your seat until your row is called to process out and continue to the Student Center. Shuttles are available in the parking lot outside. Thank you all, and congratulations.